Okay, so this one is about electrostatics. Okay, and you can see that we're rubbing a pad on plastic parts, but also on metal parts, right? Okay. So in electrostatics, it's all about the movement of electrons, right? So if electrons are getting knocked off, okay, through the process of friction, okay, then they might be transferring onto the pad, right? Which will mean that there'll be a buildup of charge on the pad, okay, and a buildup of charge. Okay, so if you're ending up with lots of electrons on the pad, okay, then that would leave behind positive charges on the surface that's being rubbed. Okay. However, okay, you can see that you wouldn't get the buildup of charge on metal parts. Why? Because metal's a good conductor, and because the metal parts are earthed, that would mean that any charge that built up on the cloth, okay, would immediately get transferred, through the metal parts down to earth, so there wouldn't be any buildup of charge. Okay. However, if this was a plastic part, okay, then the plastic parts, they're insulators. Okay. So again, you've got the same process. You've got the buildup of charge by friction. You've got some electrons being knocked off the plastic part onto the pad. Okay, but then because the pad's an insulator and because the plastic part's an insulator, okay, then you would end up with that buildup of charge. Those electrons would remain on the pad. Moving on to part B. It tells you how much energy the pad stored, and it tells you the potential difference. Okay, and it's asking you to calculate the charge. So the formula that we need for this is E equals V times Q. Okay, and we're going to rearrange for charge. So that's going to be charge is E over V. Okay, and then this is in millijoules. Okay, so there's 1,000 millijoules in a joule. Okay, so that means it's 5 times 10 to the minus 3. Okay, and we're going to divide that by 6 times 10 to the 3, okay, which is 6,000. Okay, and then the answer that we get is 8.33 blah 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 times by 10 to the minus 7. Okay, but if we look back at the question, okay, that is given to 2 significant figures. We can argue that this one's given to 4 significant figures, but it doesn't matter, because we always give our answer to the same number of significant figures as the least number of significant figures in the question. So 8.3 times 10 to the minus 7 is the best answer there.